At the end of the day, Trump is a businessman. He understands the importance of trade. He knows what our industry and what farmers need in terms of export opportunities, and he's negotiating right now.
National and homegrown figures gathered for the 11th annual Iowa Renewable Fuel Summit this week to discuss the future of grain, ethanol, and biofuel markets.
The RFS, which is Renewable Fuel Standard, is an important tool in the mission to achieve energy independence for the United States. I will do all that is in my power as president to achieve that goal.
Last year, then-candidate Trump pledged to uphold the RFS, which mandates a 10% ethanol blend in the gasoline supply of several states.
Having a president in place that will fight for us is going to be refreshing.
Keynote speaker Bob Dineen of the Washington, D.C.-based Renewable Fuels Association highlighted the Corn Belt's connection to the sea change in the nation's capital. Citing USDA statistics, he pointed out 133 of the 218 counties that flipped from Obama in 2012 to Trump in 2016 produced at least 1 million bushels of corn in 2015, valued at over $7 billion. And in the case of ethanol, 33 plants located in 29 swing counties produced nearly $5 billion worth of the predominantly corn-based fuel additive. In the broader context, Dineen said 95% of the counties housing the nation's 205 ethanol plants with a minimum 8 million gallon capacity favored Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton.
What we haven't had is an administration that will fight for us so that when, for example, the European Union imposes an illegal anti-dumping duty, it would have been great for the U.S. government to have taken an action at the WTO.
Ethanol advocates say President Obama did few favors for an industry that exported 836 million gallons of ethanol in 2015.
So help me God. So help me God.
Still, with fossil fuel ties in Trump's cabinet and persistent low grain prices on the heels of a bin-busting harvest, a kernel of apprehension remains.
When you're a renewable fuels producer, what are you trying to do? At the bottom line, you're trying to take market share away from the world's most rich and powerful industry called petroleum. And that's why we're focused on higher blends.
Proponents in Iowa see a strong future for higher octane fuels with less cost to consumers and lower environmental impact, especially in places like China, where cities have been plagued by thick smog in recent years. In 2015, the Middle Kingdom accounted for 50% of American dried distillers grain exports, an ethanol byproduct used to feed livestock. However, the Asian nation slapped a 30% tariff on those goods last year, and the market all but evaporated. Fortunately, the ethanol industry sees a secret weapon in Iowa Governor Terry Branstad, Trump's nominee for ambassador to China. The longest-serving governor in U.S. history has been a longtime advocate for Corn Belt exports and has strong ties with Chinese leader Xi Jinping.
I've tried to explain to the Chinese that he's going to be a new leader for this country, and he's a strong leader, and China's got a strong leader, and I know them both very well, and hopefully we can find a way that we can do what's good for America, but it can also be a win-win situation that's beneficial for China.
Industry backers continue to relay Trump's assurances the RFS will remain intact, but admit farmers and ethanol producers may need to hold him accountable for campaign promises. For Market to Market, I'm Josh Buettner.